berry pandis, a gecko with the way banana. Morning, Nana, we party, Echo Miami. Yo, welcome to today's video. So as you can see, we're just in the office having good banter with the boys. We brought some cake. This is some banana bread. My mom makes this wonderful, amazing, delicious cakes that I always bring for the boys. And I normally tell the boys, the people who come in on Saturday will get some goodies. So this is some cake. We had it full. We've been eating here in the office. And we're just having some banter. So today I want to share with you guys a few videos. I'll share a topic that's very interesting and dear to me. But apart from that, enjoy the music, man. Enjoy the music. But apart from that, I want to get into the chunk of the meat. What are we going to talk about today? So there's this question that people have been posing to me for the longest time, and I keep getting this recurring question over and over again. When you go to our website, I get this among the FAQs, the frequently asked questions, and that is people keep asking me, Caleb, do you trade the news? Okay, do you normally participate in news such as NFP, interest rates when they're being announced by the feds? Okay, not only in America but also the ones in England, the Bank of Canada, Australian Bank, okay, the RBA Reserve Bank. Do you normally participate in the heat of the moment of the news? So today I'm going to shed some bit of light. I'm going to give you reasons why I do not participate in news. Okay, so point number one, the reason I do not participate in news, actually even before we go to point number one, I want to give you guys a story. So I started trading back in 2016. So around September, that's when I knew about Forex, introduced by my cousin. If you know our story, then you know what I normally say about it, how I was introduced. So during that time, it was a time when elections were happening in the United States of America, okay? So this is the time Clinton and Trump were having this crazy big fight, okay? It was a heated, a very nice elections, okay, election period. So in November, I remember I was very new to trading, so I kept watching on YouTube and people giving this advice. You know, if Trump becomes president, the dollar is going to be strong because he's a businessman. He's going to help the dollar and the economy grow. If Hillary Clinton becomes president, on the other hand, the dollar is really going to tumble. So what did I do? I took that to heart. I knew it, like it made sense. Trump has been running this business very well. He's going to run the economy well. So what did I do? Immediately I saw Trump becoming president, I bought the dollar. Okay, immediately. Now what happens when you're trading news? It's very, very spiky. So what happened during that time? I did not know what I'm doing. Immediately the dollar started crashing. Okay, immediately became president. The first few hours the dollar started crashing. Then all of a sudden we went back up. So we went back up for a few days, okay, about 2 to 4 weeks. Dollar rised, and then the whole, since end of 2016 all the way to 2018, the dollar was crashing. So this thing that I read about online, all that was a fad. Nothing was working. It was all gibberish, okay, just someone's opinion. So during that time I learned a lot. I was very new to trading, so I was like, okay, I need to understand what I'm doing in the markets. So number one, the most important thing you people should know is that fundamental is king, news is nothing. Okay, fundamentals is king, news is nothing. What do I mean? When we're trading fundamentals is the backbone of why currencies move on a certain direction. For example, when COVID happened, the interest rates were lowered to near zero, what we call ZIRP, okay? ZIRP, zero interest rate policy, okay? So what does that mean? The Feds lowered the interest rate so that they can help the economy kick back. Borrowing is cheap, so many people will borrow and help kickstart the economy back. So during that whole time, the dollar was going to weaken, okay? So we saw the dollar weakening. So if you're trading fundamental, you have that perspective in mind that in the long term, the dollar is going to weaken until they start increasing interest rates. And that's exactly what happened. So during all that period, the dollar has been going down. Then late last year, late 2021, when the Feds came back and said, okay, inflation is going very high because of the effect the interest rates have had, okay, too much money is in the economy, we need to start tightening the interest rates, okay? So if you get that information, and this is all fundamental, you're not trading the news, just fundamental. In the long term, then you'll get to know that the dollar is going to rise. It's going to change that trajectory it's been having. And that's exactly what has happened in the past almost now about 6 months. The dollar has been going back up going to those highs that were pre-COVID periods, okay? So that's trading fundamentals. That's not news. News is a lot of noise. So I don't want to be trading news at the heat of the moment. So during that time when the Feds or any news is coming out, be it NFP, interest rates, anything doing with the news, okay? Even the war that's happening in Ukraine and Russia, immediately that news comes out, I do not want to be very irrational and start jumping into trades. I want to take some time, understand what is happening in the market, let that noise settle, and then come back into the markets when the markets have settled and they're getting that long-term trajectory of either going up or going down, okay? So that's my reason number one. Reason number two, many people don't know this and it's very, very important. During news, blindly people never know that there's high transactional cost, okay? Very high transactional cost. During this period, the spreads are very widened, okay, by the brokers. Normally, because this time it's a lot of volatility, a lot of volume coming into the market. So for these people, they take advantage of that, most brokers, and sort of increase the transactional cost during that period. And normally people don't know, it can go up from normal, depending on the broker you're using, spreads can be as low as 1 pip, okay, or even below that. But during times of news coming out, during that heat of the moment, it can go up to about 10, 20 pips, and that's a lot. That in terms of transactional cost, especially if you have a very big account, you know that that's a very, very big amount of pip spread, okay? So you don't want to participate during the heat of the moment. And this time they take advantage because everyone is acting irrationally. They've seen news come out, interest rates have come out, and they just want to buy. So during that point, they're just hitting that button, pressing that button, and they tend to forget that the spreads are very high. They don't even have that in mind. So that's another reason why I don't do that. But another good thing is that we've partnered with Paperstone, and Paperstone are offering very, very low spreads during the whole time of the year, be it news, be it anything happening at any one time. They give very, very good and affordable low spreads. So you should check it out. Click the links below and you'll get access to your Paperstone account. Open an account today and you won't regret that, okay? So reason number 3 why I don't trade news is because I'm normally very, very patient and I'm waiting for the dust to settle. So normally we are very prone to human nature, and human nature is very prone to irrationality. That's part of human nature. It's not a bad thing, but you should be aware of it. So during that time, you'll see markets spiking up and then all of a sudden spiking down, spiking up. So you tend to become very rational. And actually, I'll leave a link below that you'll get to see, or even we can insert it somewhere here and get to see this video where we showed this video sometime, was it last year but one? We showed this video where Ken took a trade and all of a sudden the market started going against him. It was during that period of, it was certain news coming out and it was very, very noisy. So we'll put that link or that video and you'll get to watch it. But normally I'm waiting for the dust to settle. There's normally a lot of noise during that time and I don't want to participate in that time, especially when you're having news coming from United States of America. Most of them come out at night, Kenyan time. So around 9 to 10 p.m. is normally the time the news is coming out, especially the interest rates, okay? So during that time, I don't want to be trading just before I sleep. I'll look at the news, watch what they're talking about, then go to sleep, let that dust settle, let people absorb that information in. In the morning, I'll wake up, there's more rationality in me and also in the market. So we get to meet each other at a very rational place and I trade it quite better, okay? So that's my point number 3, why I do not trade the news, because I'm normally waiting for the dust to settle and then I trade like the big boys. And this is what the big boys do. They're not looking to just jump into the trade just because the news is coming out. They wait for that human psychology, rationality to happen to the new traders and the newbie traders, and then they'll come and trade when the dust has settled, okay? So that's my reason number 3. So my last point that I'll share with you guys, I'll do another part 2 that I'll share more reasons, but the last reason I have in this video is that when you're trading, you need to be right on 2 things, and we keep sharing this with a lot of my students. You need to be right on timing and right on direction. If you're wrong on any of those 2, then you're basically wrong. You can be very right in direction and very wrong on timing. And this video that I'm going to share is when Ken was very right on direction in that video and very wrong on timing.
Few moments later.
has inflated the number of total jobs by 238,000 census workers who were hired temporarily during the month of August. The census is going to be cut short this year by the Trump administration, so these people should start losing their jobs at the end of September, and that will weigh on numbers going forward. Some of the key areas that you want to look at.
He took the trade very early on, okay? Market spiked him out, got him out of the trade, and then suddenly started going in the direction that he was waiting for, okay? So he can be very wrong on direction, okay? The opposite now, very wrong on direction, right on timing, meaning you got a very good entry, then market started going in that direction. Maybe you bought at this level, market started rising, like you had that perfect, impeccable timing, okay? Then market started rising, then all of a sudden changes, okay? So you are right on timing, wrong on direction. So you need to get this right. You need to be very, very adamant to that. Get the right timing and the right direction at the right time. Those two things go well together. When you're trading news, like I said, it's very easy for you to be very right on direction, but very, very wrong on timing. And that's why I keep saying, be patient, wait for the dust to settle, okay? So if you're right on direction, like I said, but wrong on timing, and this is what happens, that's when people get spiked, or you get normally stop hunts, okay? If you're familiar with stop hunts, is where the big boys are normally chasing those stops where they are. Maybe you had a certain resistance level, you had short, and this level is just where many, many people have kept their stop losses, okay? They spike that level and then it goes in that direction. So what I normally wait for is be very patient on that. You don't want to be wrong on those two things, okay? So as I keep saying, and I repeat it again, in trading you want to be right in two things: right in timing and right in direction, okay? So those are the points I have for you today. But before I end this video, I want to pose a question, okay, that came up the other day. As I said, I've been talking about stop hunts, and we're talking about this in the office, and also a lot of students talk to me about it. And there's a time I remember we had a client who came in the office and she kept saying, Caleb, you know what? These brokers are always manipulating the market. They're always hitting my stop loss. I take a trade here, they always go and hit my stop loss and then go in the right direction. Take my stop loss, hit the direction. So the question I want to pose for you guys, and you can answer in the question below, in the description below, in the comments below, you can answer your question. I won't give you my stance right now. I just want you guys to think about it. But my question is, do you guys think that the brokers, any broker, manipulates the market? The brokers manipulate the market. So that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't have much to say apart from that. I just want to continue doing what I do, sharing my information, what I've learned over the years with you guys, and I'm always here to help. So make sure to visit us here at Jqua Towers. We are eager to help you. We have our new trading floor. I'm sure you've seen that video. Douglas did a good video on that, and we're looking forward to be hosting you and being with you guys here. So that's it from me. Have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful week. May the peeps be with you. Peace.
Well, baby, bend it. Break your back and you do it.